Hello my sweet friends, this is Tracy. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my last Valentine DIYs for 2020. Now there was some things I had on my list that I wanted to finish, and so that's what I'm sharing with you, some farmhouse DIYs. Now you could totally change these up for other seasons, and also I know it's very close to Valentine's Day, but you can save them in your playlist for next season. All right, guys, I'm so glad that you're here. So let's get into the projects I have created for you. The first project I have is this little heart topiary made out of candy canes. I will have my inspiration linked below because I do want to give credit for where I got the inspiration. So what I'm using are these two plastic candy canes, but these would be perfect if you have leftover candy canes like from Christmas or something like that. You could totally do that with these. Anyway, I'm just ripping some red and white homespun fabric, and I am just ripping it about a half of an inch because I am just going to wrap that around these candy canes. And so I only needed one strip of fabric because the length that my fabric is, and I don't have any idea what it was, but this homespun is so forgiving. Like you could, even if you run out of the fabric, you can always cut more and piece it together, and you can't even tell where it starts and stops. I'm turning the two candy canes where they meet each other, and I just put some hot glue at the top and then at the bottom, and then just kind of hold that for a couple of seconds so that it would adhere together. And then I'm going to stick this into a little container, and what I have are some little white buckets from the Dollar Tree, and I usually find these in the wedding section. And so I want to give this a little weight, and so I have some tacky glue, Elaine's tacky glue. I just buy it in this big tub like this. I'm just kind of showing you, and I just put some in that little bucket, and then I have some glass beads because that gives me the weight that I want. And then I have a styrofoam ball that I'm going to put glue in over those beads because that is what I'm going to stick my greenery in, as well as my candy cane heart. Once I get my candy cane stuck in that styrofoam ball, I have this greenery from Walmart. It's boxwood, and it's usually like 97 cents, but then again I'm thinking maybe they've gone up to $1.47 because sometimes I will buy some of the little stems and they're 97 cents and sometimes they're $1.47. So, but in the end, this boxwood is really cute and I love it. And so I just have my paper piercer or my poking tool, and then that is what I just poke a hole. It helps me poke a hole in that styrofoam, and then I can cut the greenery. I cut those little stems in half because then that means they're not so long, and then also I get twice the greenery. And then I just will continue to poke those in there in hot glue and until I get it filled up the way that I want. I'm just going to make a simple bow, and I just have some hemp cording or jewelry cording, and I just make 6 loops, so 3 on each side, and then I just tie it together in the middle so it holds. And then I'm going to glue that onto my candy cane heart just right there in the middle. I think it looks so cute, just like that. And then I can't figure out if I want to use one of these felt flowers from the Dollar General pack that I have, or a button. And I decided to go with that felt rose, and it looks so pretty. So then now I have some of these chalkboard labels that I was fortunate to find at the Dollar Tree. And then it comes on a little dowel like this, and I'm just hand painting Be Mine on there. And then that is what I'm going to stick inside my topiary to give me a little sign. I just added some of these white berries that I find on a little bush from the Walmart crafts section. I think that just gives it a bit of softness that I'm looking for. And then now that my sign is dry, I just cut off a bit of the stick, and I like to cut it at an angle because then that kind of helps me put it into the styrofoam. And this little heart topiary is complete. I love the way that it turned out. I was so excited when I saw one of my friends make it on Facebook, and I'm like, yes, I have got to put that on my list to make this year. And so I'm so glad that I did. My next project is my Valentine stacked books, or stacked blocks to make look like books. Anyway, I had purchased this pack of little wood pieces from Hobby Lobby. They're the Woodpile brand, and they're in the unfinished wood section if you're interested in these. And this pack was like $4.99. I don't know if they still are that, but I thought it was pretty reasonable. This size of these are 7 inches by a little bit over 4 inches. And I gave them 2 coats of white chalk paint all the way around, the edges and all sides. And then I'm going to hand letter the words that I wanted to say on each of the books. I'm leaving enough space on the left-hand side because that's where I'm going to put my ribbon. And so I just have my fine Sharpie marker, and I'm writing Valentine Kisses on one book, Be Mine Wishes on another book, and then on the third one, I'm just going to hand draw some hearts. And so I love to do happy dots on all of my letters because that kind of is my little signature. And so I just go around each of the letters and just add some happy dots to the little letters. I wanted to give each of the blocks, or AKA books, some distressing. So I just have my vintage photo distress ink and a little dauber that I just go around and just give it some distressing. Then now I have my ultra fine Sharpie marker, and I love to doodle. And if that's not your thing, then you don't need to do that. But I love to add the black Sharpie marker. And I just do squiggle lines because, it doesn't have to be perfect, and I like the look of that. So then now I'm just hot gluing those together. I want them to be even. And so I just hot glue them together there. Then now I have this buffalo check black and white ribbon from Hobby Lobby, of course, because that is my favorite store ever in the whole wide world. Anyway, so then now I'm just going to make a little bow, and actually not even make a bow. I'm just securing it there, and then I put some hot glue so that it kind of holds everything down. I didn't want to put a knot in it again, or make it because then it'll be too bulky. So then now I have this lamb's ear from Walmart, and I'm just tearing off pieces and just going to put that there. I think it kind of adds, it just gives the touch that I'm looking for. Then I also add some more white berries and a felt rose. For my next project, I'm using one of these 4x6 frames from the Dollar Tree, as well as some of this scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I just take that paper out as well as the glass, and then I'm going to give the frame a coat of just chalk paint. I'm just distressing it, just dry brushing it a bit. I'm not covering it, all the way, just kind of hitting and missing where I want it. And then I use the insert of the frame as a guide to trace out my paper, and then I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm just using my adhesive tape glider to secure the scrapbook paper to the frame, and then I'm going to start decorating it with my little bag. I do not put the glass back in the frame. I just secure the backing, and I just have the scrapbook paper. Then now I have this little bag that I've had in my stash for quite a while. I'm sure that I've got it at like Hobby Lobby or something like that, in the scrapbooking section or treat section or something, but I thought that this would make a cute little pocket for my little frame here. And so now I'm just bending it back and just kind of working with the bag so that I can make a pocket. And then I will glue the flap together, and then I'm just going to glue my frame, my bag actually, to the bottom of my frame. These puffy hearts came from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just adding in some boxwood from Walmart and just continuing to kind of add to my little pocket here. I added some of that green and natural colored Excelsior. The green came from the Dollar Tree, and then the fine Excelsior I can get either from Amazon or I get from Joann's. I like the fine Excelsior. I know the Dollar Tree has the chunky Excelsior, but I choose to use the fine. Anyway, so then now I am making a bow, and I'm just going to crisscross this black and white buffalo check ribbon. I'm going to secure it in the middle with my tiny attacher because that is my favorite way to make bows. And then I'm going to take a chenille stem and I will gather it in the middle, and then I'm going to hot glue it to the front of my pocket. I take some black chenille stems, these little glittery chenille stems, and I wrap them around a dowel. And then I'm going to make some little curly cues and add them to my pocket because I think it adds just a bit of pizzazz and cuteness. And I love the way that this turned out. I left the little, my frame has the little, stand on the back, so it kind of sets up like this, and I think it just turned out adorable. for my last project, I'm using one of these wooden trucks from Dollar General. I just paint the stand with 2 coats of white chalk paint. I paint the truck with white chalk paint. I paint the tires black and one of the hearts black, and then I'm going to use some scrapbook paper for the other heart. I used my burlap tan acrylic paint and my stencil brush just to distress around the truck, or just to give it a little shading. It also provides some dimension to the truck. So I'm just kind of dabbing it off on my little paper towel, because sometimes it gets a little bit much on your paintbrush. So I just kind of go over that. I also do the same thing with the stand of the truck. Now for the white of the tires, I just have this foam brush. It is a 1¼ inch spouncer brush, and I just dip it in white paint, and then I just, put it on the little tire. So then now I'm just doing the same thing with the distressing with the stand. I'm going to put some stripes on the black heart. I'm going to Mod Podge all of the paper down, and our little truck is really coming together. Okay, guys, I would love to know which one of these 4 projects is your favorite. Leave me a comment below because I am going to pick one lucky winner and I am going to be sending you some happy mail. All you need to do is leave me a comment below and let me know which one of these is your favorite. I know I have an extra wooden truck as well as a few other things that I want to send you just to say thank you for all of your love and support. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all very much. All right, y'all have a great day. God bless.